What is the biggest thing you regret in life?
I regret in life? I regret coming to Canada because if I had stayed in the Caribbean, I would have been way better. I came to Canada. I worked, I don't know, maybe 20 years. I had to go back to my country. 7 years, living here for 20 years, 7 years of my country give me enough money to buy 2 properties in Canada cash.
So a lot of my friends and family, particular in Jamaica, asking me what is my experience being in Canada, because they want to make the transition. Now, this video is not to discourage anybody from coming to Canada. If you feel like Canada is a place that you want to come and live and, you know, start your family, feel free. Don't let this discourage you. But I want to share the realities of Canada. I've been here for the last almost 60 years, and Canada has been, it's different from after COVID. Canada has changed significantly in a number of areas, and I'll speak to some of the areas that I think Canada changed a lot in. When it comes down to taxes, Canada, I think, have one of the highest taxes in the world. So the more money you earn, the more tax you pay in Canada. It's like the higher you climb is the higher the government take money out of your pay. So you're paying, as I'm up to 47% of your income in Canada that goes to tax. So it's very, 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 very tax heavy in Canada. The other thing that I noticed in Canada is that after COVID, the price of food went right through the doors. Like literally, you can go to supermarket with 100 Canadian dollar and you come out back with absolutely nothing. Just two, probably, if you get 2 bags with $100, you get a lot. Food over the last 2 years, particularly 3 years, skyrocket high. The cost of living versus what you're getting for your pay, what you're getting for to buy for food, absolutely ridiculous. The other thing is rent. Now, Canada have this. So before COVID, you could get a 2-bedroom for like 1,100 Canadian dollars, $1,200. Now, after COVID, the same apartment, the apartment that I live on, I got my apartment before COVID, so I got in a very comfortable rate for a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, I have some friends who moved from Jamaica, and there were some vacancies on this apartment, and they live here, and they're paying $1,800 for the same 2-bedroom. And when they move, the landlord charging $2,200 for the same 2-bedroom. So rent in Canada, it's very, very, very expensive. When you talk about the healthcare, now Canada have free healthcare because they use the taxes that we pay to provide free healthcare. But when you go to the hospital, it's like it's no different from underdeveloped country where you're waiting hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, like literally waiting for 8 hours. You go to the hospital from 7 a.m. in the morning, you're not getting through, and I kid you not, you're not getting through until around maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. That's when you actually get to see a doctor, because there is a shortage in the healthcare workers. There is no doctor, and you can't go to a private doctor. You can't say, all right, you have your money, so you're gonna go to a private doctor. Canada not deal with private doctor. The rich, the poor, everybody goes to one hospital. Furthermore, you can't even get a family doctor. There's a 6 months waiting list to even get a family doctor here in Canada. The other challenge with the reality of Canada is, honestly, Canada boring. Canada boring. There is nothing to do. It's good when you have like your own community, that you can have that level of culture. You know, you have your Jamaican community, you have the other ethnic groups who have their community. Community is big. If you don't have a community in Canada, man, Canada is boring. Now have nothing to do. So I'm grateful that here we form a nice little community where people can display culture, you can talk your language, you can cook your food, and you just feel Jamaican. Without that being present, Canada boring. So a lot of people just work in Canada and save them money so that they can travel to different countries. That's what I've been doing over the last couple of years. Like me, I can't stay 12 months in Canada. It's not possible. It's not possible. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Canada is still good in some instances where, you know, the crime and violence is not as bad. They have good gun laws, but overall, if you're not a strong person, if you don't have community and you don't have the support, Canada is very, very depressing. And I'm grateful to be here, and I'm not discouraging anybody from coming. You can come and you may find it to be good. The other thing is I want to mention is that with this current government, what they're doing, they're reversing a number of the immigration programs that they had for people to get easy access in Canada. So a lot of temporary residents, a lot of people going back to their countries. Trust me, if you do the research right now, a lot of people going back to their countries because people just cannot afford to live in Canada anymore, or the government make it so difficult for persons now to obtain permanent residence in this country. But still grateful to be here, but I just wish things will change soon. That's just my reality of Canada.
If in the desert run off come a friend though, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need. This is a must. Yes, God, you're gonna need him in every angle. You're gonna need God. You have to learn to pray. Because it alone will keep you sane. If you decide to come to America, prepare yourself mentally, because you are going to be depressed. Depression is going to be your best friend. Depression is going to look in at every angle. Yeah, man. Depression, I got this up. Yo, depression, I got just, you ever play tug and war yet? I said depression, I got all and pull you. Yeah. When I was coming here, I met 3 girls and a child. 3 girls, and one of the girls let my one daughter, we are 12, so we tried to come through together. Come on the same plane. We did stay at different hotel, but we link up in a local part that we come through Panama. And you see me, if anywhere me go, people always like me. Because I'm genuine. You say if I'm going to help you, I'm going to help you genuinely. I'm not help you if you even tell me thanks. If you want to tell me thanks, it's your business that. The thanks what you're going to tell me are for your own good. I'm genuine. So I tried through. You see, I leave Panama and go Cancun before the girl them. Because I one day layover me did have in Panama. Them must be 3, 4. I never have the time for that cause. I never have the whole heap of money for spend I go through. So when I tried it in Cancun, I meet 2 more girls and 1 man them come from TG. We end up stay at the hotel together. Could it remember say we never buy a flight ticket for go Tijuana. Cause you know you can't have that yet. But at the hotel, let's say with the people them, I mean I walk up and I try to get ticket and I come and I really want to stay too long and then I kinda have a mission. I use my time wisely because I was supposed to only stay there for like 7 days. The people them buy them ticket and don't tell me. The man and one of the girl them. And one of the girl them said, me I leaving them, I say leave go. But she said we get fly. I say really? And then she start cuss the guy and say come like some batty man. Imagine you and the girl that walk up and down from morning and you get a flight, but you couldn't make the girl jump on it. Anyway, she try a thing for me. But my card never work at the time. The NCB card never process the transaction. It keep on a decline or something. Fast forward, I go through all the stress there, you know. End up get a flight for go Tijuana. 6 o'clock the next morning, I'm go. I go through something. Meet an immigration man. Immigration man give me his number. I'm gonna walk the girl them. The girl them we come over now. We are chat over with me. Them come over in the night. I walk them through the process. I don't gatekeep nothing. I make them know what to say, what to do every little thing. I guide them right through. Yeah, so when them reach and we end up, they not want to at the same hotel. I tell them if we come. One of the grandmother send money for and she send 100 US come give me. I said, make that girl buy a juice, man. I like that girl or something. I would try it, I would go through. Then the same hotel, different room. Me in that room 301, them in that room 302. We walk up and down because every people come to a whole heap of little drama I go through, you know. Come back. Whole heap of little drama I go through. So the whole I will come through the swamp together, like literally alligator swamp. A 4 hours we walk for. Come through the swamp. We walk from 6 o'clock to about 10:30 at the night. 4.5 hours to walk we do through the bush. It's when we walk, me hear some animal a ball. Although when I watch African show or Discovery Channel, alone, me hear them animal the inner. You don't know so after all of that we go through, 2 of the girls them go back to Jamaica. We come up April, May, June, July, August. August, September, the girl them say them can't take the pressure. Them not make the pressure kill them America. Them take a plane and go back to them yard. And these 2 girls, they came here and they were with their mother. And their mother them there, yeah, in New York. And them go back to them yard. So them not make the pressure and kill them love. So you have to strong. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself because the depression is real.
I don't know your story. I only know mine. But I have a free healthcare walking up and down within Canada. And I am so sick with my back, my hip. According to Dr. Cancer, according to Dr. Hypertensive, according to Dr. Diabetes. And I would not want to walk into another healthcare in Canada because 1, they don't touch you. They will not do your vitals. I have never get my vitals done since I am in this country and I've been to a lot of doctors here. Nobody will touch you. Secondly, they don't speak to you with respect. And the kind of health care that you get here, and bear in mind, I work in the hospitals here for 2 years. I work at Michael Garant, I work at Toronto Western, I work at Toronto General, I work at Princess Margaret, I work at several retirement homes, I work at several long-term care. Right, so the care that they offer is different. Our pay here will only be $20. It will not raise. The only thing that increase in Canada is the rent. Every year, the rent increased by $50. Every other, quite frequently, the phone bill, the internet bill and the phone bill raise every 6 months. So, what we earn will not be able to sustain our rent as the years go by because our pay will never raise in Canada. Food. The dearest food bill in the world is Canada. And Canada food, they are highly toxic. They are highly chemicalized, if there's such a word. Okay. So, the food, the chicken, the meat, it's loaded with chemical. What else you point to? Right, so Jamaica, when we return to Jamaica, I am looking forward to sit in the clinics whole day until I see a doctor or something. Because we won't be going back home to any health care like what we used to have working with the government. So we won't have that anymore. Right, so when I used to have health care, I used to have to sit at the doctor whole day too. Because my doctor in Portmore is a good doctor. And when we go to Dr. Reed, a whole day we sit down and wait. So I am used to that. So, the family system that you're talking about, I don't have family in Jamaica. My mother and father and sister and brother, everybody abandoned me as a baby. And in Canada, the only family I have here is Chris. I have nobody here. In Jamaica, we hear my neighbors, them attack each other. And as somebody say, we have the puss and the cat and the dog and the rat down there. So, Your experience is different. Crime is here equally. I don't even go out late again here because we are people of color and they egg our home. We live in Toronto for a while and it's here we move and they full our home with egg because we are colored. So I don't know where you are. I don't know your experience, but I know mine. One of the other distressing thing is that because you have color and you have your qualification, it means nothing. I came here and I study and it still means nothing. They think I'm from Jamaica where it is primitive. They don't think we used to have water. They don't think we have light. My boss left his yard and come here to teach me how to wash pot, how to hold Scotch Brite, how to make 2 sandwiches with bread. So they think I am good for nothing because of my color. And that is one of the most devastating feelings that one person could ever have. That feelings of nothing that you have in Canada is worse than going to Jamaica and cannot afford to buy food. Is a dangerous feelings you have here. Secondly, here I am the most qualified and I'm the cleaner girl because they think I can't do anything. So enjoy yourself in Canada. We are looking forward to going back home, to go to the beautiful beaches, to walk up and down and enjoy ourselves, to drive, to go to Portmore, to go to Ken's at All Hits Party at night, to go to church and have worship. So we are so looking forward to go home. Yep.
I would like to apologize to the Americans, okay? On behalf of each and every foreigner that has ever looked at the US and been like, that looks easy, I could do that. America is easy. I would like to apologize to the Americans. Because, child, America is not easy. As a single woman, as a single foreigner coming on her 10th year of living in this country, child, is not easy. Stay in your home country. As someone who owns property in the US, as someone who has a good job in the US, as someone who started a business in the US, America is not easy. When those bills start hitting you, child, like the bills hit me this morning and I was just like, I'm done. I'm ready to go back home. Put me back on the first flight back to my home country because I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. I just can't. Like this morning, I had to pay up to $600 just in tolls and parking tickets and parking violations. Child, I can't just drive my car in this country. I can't just drive my car. That's not enough. And then don't talk about the property taxes. The property taxes are killing me, child. The property taxes, the income taxes, the health insurance. It is expensive to live in America. I don't know how Americans do it. I just don't.
Alright, people, watch out. 18 days since my day. I'm still not no friend. Everybody I tell me say that is a good thing still, but I don't know. All me I look outside, I just can't see nobody outside. The place just empty, bro. The place just empty. But one good thing I notice over here, so when people are like, oh, you're Jamaican, and I say, yeah, they're like, wow, that's so cool. I love Jamaica. I want to go to Jamaica. Wagwan. People are trying to say, Wagwan, my bro. Wagwan, my G. Wagwan, you good? Yeah, them thing there. You see me? But over here kind of nice still. But I'm just used to the fact that people always, when me there, people always I walk past, people always outside. I'm there Jamaica, but that's something I see nobody. So I'm just I try to get used to them kind of stuff. Yeah.
Living in America and visiting America is two totally different experiences. I've been here 10 years and one thing I've learned is that you have to keep your head by your body and you have to humble yourself. You literally have to walk and be humble as humble can be. You have to keep your head by your body, especially if you don't have any family member or little to no family member to give you the support that you need financially, emotionally, mentally. You get what me I said? The people who live here and been here for years know what me I talk about and understand what me I talk about. America is a country that can make you. It can make you real quick. But it can also break you faster than how it made you. So you have to be wise, be humble, listen, pay attention, and take heed.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you cannot survive in Canada on minimum wage. Yes, I said it. You cannot survive in Canada if you're earning like $2,000 a month. In fact, minimum wage, maybe $40,000 down in a month. You cannot survive in Canada, guys. I know a lot of people will come and say, oh, I'm on minimum wage. Please, if you're on minimum wage and you're surviving, tell me how you're surviving in the comment section. I would like to know, but I am telling you categorically, you cannot. Those people are struggling, they're in credit card debts and all. It's not a very funny life. You will regret ever coming to this country. That's why I keep saying, get skills. You do not need to, you can start with customer service and factory jobs. Yes, that's good. Uber driving, yes, that's good. But get skills, there are a lot of professional skills that are not so difficult that you could get, that will get you that 6-figure job and live that comfortable life. You need to improve yourself if you are coming to another man's country, because they are interested in value. What value can you give them? So getting skills is very important. It's not just getting a job, but being able to move from job to job. So keep upgrading your skills, guys. We have 2 courses that are presently on. We have the business analysis course, and we also have our project planning Primavera Oracle P6 course that is on. Register for these courses. I know you might say, oh, I don't have the money. We have instrumental payments. You can pay in installments. So register for these courses and do yourself a lot of good. You will now have the skills and you will have the opportunity to apply to top companies, guys.
Family, for the new farm season coming in 2024 in Canada, there are some serious dialogue that need to be held with the Jamaican government and the Canadian government. Because the Jamaican farm worker, them need to get at least $18 hour working on farms across Canada. Family, a lot of the workers them have come up here in Canada from January, and for them not going down back until about October, November. So you see how much time they spend away from them family, coming to work to put food on the Canadian tables, which in the Canadian citizens in Canada don't want to work and put food on for them one table, because farm work is beneath their level. So me I say, if other citizens from other countries can come and work on the farm, compensate them good. Compensate them good. So the Jamaican government need to stand up for the farm workers them. Also, if the farm worker them have to pay a housing fee for where them must stay, pay the man them good. Or if you work at $15.50 or $15.60, you have to pay for where you live. If you go on the bus, figure a road a Friday daytime, you have to pay for that. You have to pay for traveling. Plus, you have to pay the Canadian tax. I pay tax for lazy Canadian, sit down, not doing nothing. So we are work to make them eat. We are work to make them have places stay. But who talk about them things? Me not think the Jamaican government look for the things them where they must sign off for the Jamaican them to come and foreign come work. A lot of time I want to see the man and woman them come and foreign and think it easy. It's not easy, you know? Yo, a skill for the man and woman them have a skill unless them pack all a 1 barrel and a 2 barrel and a 1 crate and still go home with a piece of money, you know? Yeah. Because the Jamaican farm worker them I get the lowest pay money within Canada. Who in Canada you can go tell white people say you go pay them $15 hour for work. You're mad, they probably sit down in the yard and wait till the government send check out give them. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. So why we have to do it? Why we are stoop for the $15? Why we can't negotiate more from the Canadian government, which is more can be paid. More can be paid. Because if a man come here about 6 months and work for your employer upon the farm, family, you know what money that the employer they make? You think $16 or $15 enough for him pay the man a chicken feed? So my time family, 1 month what I selling what the man they sell alone make back the whole of money there where he spend out throughout the 6 months or 7 months. Why it's like a me alone I see the injustice that take place with the Jamaican farm worker them. I mean, where me alone I see them thing here? If you say, yo, the man then deserve more. Zine, me see the other day, alright? Actually, the first of this month, minimum wage raise. Is it that it raise to the farm worker, them all get the raise when they come back? I don't think so. Me not think them all get that raise there. Zine, our farm worker, if you have to pay a pension, Zine, you're not even sure if you are going to 10 years on the program. Because you come this year and boss good and even like you and even take you back. You come this year, a Jamaican might talk your name to the boss let you go. Because that go on to. Zine, something you might get sick on the program and the boss not take you back. Zine, so that pension money there where you pay another 1 year there. Another 1 year where you come here. Is it that you get it? No, you not get it. So why them a draw out half of the Jamaican farm worker they come and find and want a pension? Can't say never get back no pension to nothing. Then, so me I say family, we need to hold some great dialogue with this thing. Zine, we can't just sell the man and woman them so short. Zine, the man and woman they need more. Zine, especially the man and woman them work all these long hours, these 10 hours and them something there. Zine, the man them need some more money. Zine, so if you can't look at now, yeah, you can't pay more money, me not send my workers they come work for you. It's simple. You cannot pay more money, I'm not sending my workers them come work for you. Pay with more and then my workers them become work for you. Because few people don't want to do it. They want you to underpay my people them. Eh? Nah man.
Hi guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. I'm B-Boy. Remember, if it's the first time you come across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Okay guys, I really hope you have watched the full clip and you have all seen how our Jamaican brothers and sisters, they are really struggling in Canada and United States. A lot of people, they have really came out, not only even Jamaican. Some Africans also who went to Canada and United States, they are saying their life is so hard. They really don't know how this American really survived. They really don't know how this Canadian survived. Because after COVID, we have all seen, after COVID, a lot of things really changed. They have hyped everything. Taxes, and funny thing, the more you earn, the more tax you are being charged. And a lot of Jamaicans, they have really complained that life in Canada and America is so boring. Even one strange thing that I've been surprised that in these Western countries, if you want to see a doctor, or in Canada, you have to wait for 8 hours. I really thought this one thing that is from Africa or is from Caribbean countries, because this is a developed country. You have to wait for 8 hours to see a doctor, and there is no private doctors in Canada. Whether you are rich or poor, the doctors are the same. So imagine going to an hospital. Maybe you are not feeling very well. You have come weak or totally, and you really have to wait for a doctor for 8 hours so that he can maybe treat you, or so that he can maybe give you some medicine so that you can go home and get well. I'm really surprised even these things are happening in Canada. We all know Africa is whereby you can go to an hospital where you can wait for 8 or 10 hours so that a doctor can come, but I'm really surprised even in Canada. And they're really talking about even rent. Before COVID, rent was like either it was like $1,000 to $900, but after COVID, the rent has been hyped over to like $1,400 to $1,500, even $1,800 or $2,000. Man, that's a very lot of money in Africa. Even that's a very lot of money in Caribbean. If you have $200 only for rent in Africa, and you save it like for 12 months, you are a millionaire here in Africa. But I really don't know why life in these two countries is so hard. Life in Canada is so hard, life in America is so hard. How does these people who live there, how do they survive? I didn't know there is a lot of multiple jobs you can do. Maybe you can do 2 to 3 jobs so that at least you can cope up with the lifestyle. But bills, taxes, you have to pay to drive your car. That's really strange. This really shows how life is so expensive. And one thing that I've really learned, a lot of Jamaicans, they are used to the vibe that is in Jamaica. They are used to walk on beaches. They are used to vibe and mingle with a lot of people in the island, in their beautiful island. But when you go to Canada, a lot of people are saying it's boring. It's very, very, very boring, especially their food. You know, a lot of Jamaica, they are used to their food in Jamaica. We all know Jamaican food is the best food across all the world. A lot of people really love Jamaican food, but if they go to this Canadian country or American country, they have a lot of negativity experience. They have a lot of struggles. They have a lot of hardship. This is the reason why these people want to go back to their beautiful island. This is the reason why these people want to go back to their country. And we have all seen how these people are really struggling, and they just want to go back to the small Caribbean island. And it's not a bad thing if these people can go back to their country, because they were not chased away from their country. They were not chased away from Caribbean. They just wanted to go and try to find maybe a greener pasture or a better pasture. But they have really learned, when you go to there, you have to struggle. You have to go through a lot of hardship. Life in there is so boring. There's a lot of high taxes being charged. Hospital system or maybe medical system, they're also poor. Some people are talking like their food. A lot of their food is so poisonous. You can find a lot of people that are talking about maybe their meat, their chicken. It's so poisonous. That's the reason why these people want to go back to their country. They want to go back to Jamaica, whereby they are free. They can do whatever they want. Food in there, they can get whatever food they want. They can party whenever they want. They can go to churches whenever they want. Because we all know Jamaican is one of the countries that really has a very strong faith in God. And life in there is no maybe high or more taxes in Jamaica. But living in Canada and America, you have to pay for everything. Taxes are high, and funny thing, whenever you earn a lot of money, the more tax you are being charged. I really don't know why it works like this way. If you earn a lot of money, high taxes being charged on you. Maybe this just one of the strategies that maybe these people don't want, like maybe African people, to go to this country. And one thing that I'm really surprised that this madam has really came out and said that if you in this country you are just good for nothing because of your skin color, they see that you are not qualified enough. You can go to this country whenever you have been studied, but they will still judge you. You are just good for nothing. If you are a black person and you have studied, you have just wasted your time, because they see like black people, they haven't qualified. They are not qualified for anything. And that's one of the baddest things that I've really experienced or I've really seen a lot of people are really complaining in these white countries, in these Western countries. But for me, I will just tell my people, do not struggle a lot. Whenever you went there and you find that it's really hard to stay in there, come back to Jamaica. Jamaica didn't chase you. You'll have a lot of freedom when you are in Jamaica. You'll do anything you want. There's no more taxes in Jamaica. There's no any hash. You can't pay to drive in Jamaica. Your life will be just good. Pack your things, go back to your Jamaican country. Or if the government can consider and maybe agree with your good terms, never raise or do not raise high taxes in anything, because how can you the more your salary increase, the more taxes increases. That's not a normal thing. So guys, if you are maybe going through hardship, just go back to your country. You were never chased away from Jamaica. You were never told or chased away from Jamaica. So guys, if it was for the first time you come across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for your time. May God bless you. One love.